Hi there, welcome friends. It's Wendy again. I'm in my kitchen here in Kelowna. I am with Tonya Edwards, who goes by T.
Yes, tea.
And she is the
That's me.
owner and not magical mushrooms.
No, but they are magical. Just look how beautiful they are. And they sparkle.
And she's possibly magical, but she grows culinary
Yes,
mushrooms.
culinary mushrooms.
So Lake Country Gourmet Mushroom Farm is her business. And so she's going to teach me everything about mushrooms. Let me show you just real fast what I know about mushrooms. See if I even have them over here. I think, oh yeah, these. So this is my knowledge of mushrooms are little button mushrooms that you get from the grocery store. And see how they don't look anything like her mushrooms?
No, not even close.
Not even close. So this is going to be, even though these are not magic mushrooms, I'm looking for a mind experience today of learning stuff. So I'm going to hide these so that she doesn't judge me. Me and my mushrooms.
Her poo mushrooms.
Oh. And start learning about her stuff. Now, you've started cutting up some onion, and we're going to be making mushroom soup.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Gluten-free mushroom soup.
Nice. Should I cut up this garlic?
Yes, that would be
while
awesome.
we're cutting on things? All right. So while we're cooking, this is kind of a fun thing because women, for time immemorial, stand around in the kitchen and spill the tea.
Yes,
Yeah.
spill the tea.
Spill the tea.
That's right.
And so we can chit-chat while we cook because it's kind of in our DNA to do such things.
That's exactly right. So you know some of the things that people ask me, look how beautiful those mushrooms are. People are always asking me, are they real? They think they're plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and some of them don't even look like mushrooms, like that space contraption in the middle. And then that thing,
Yes, this whirly gig right here.
yeah, and the dryer ball. And
Yes. Or as I like to call it, polar bear's butt.
oh my gosh, it is butt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there's something coral over there. You've got, so she's going to go up front and do the pointer. You can use the scary knife.
Oh, I can point as
want
a
to.
scary knife.
Yeah,
Oh my
woo.
goodness. Ooh.
Okay,
I
so
don't know, they might be frightening.
you're going to talk us through what we're seeing.
All right, so we're looking at, this is coral tooth.
Coral tooth.
This is lion's mane.
You can eat both of these?
You can eat everything you see here.
Everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't sell any poisonous mushrooms. It never brings your customers back, okay? You lose them all. You never see them again.
Right, it's
Yeah.
a bad business
It's
model.
bad business model. Yeah,
Don't
I say don't do it.
Poison your people.
No, no, no.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure the police come after with some pretty silver bracelets, but let's not talk about that.
Yeah, no.
So then back here we've got, this is a mother of pearl right here. Can you see how beautiful and blue?
Can I lift it up a
Yes,
little?
you can lift it up a little bit.
I'm scared.
She's hiding back in there.
Oh,
you see that
yeah, you
beautiful
see that?
blue? And then
Yeah.
so this is an oyster mushroom. This is also an oyster mushroom. This oyster mushroom is called a pathfinder oyster. This is another oyster mushroom. This is a black pearl king oyster. These are also oyster mushrooms, and they're king oysters. Let me introduce you to my beautiful big mushroom right here.
Oh.
Now, let me tell you, folks, size matters, okay? Really does. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Now, we get them in all sorts of sizes, normal size for you to buy.
Oh, that's the same kind of mushroom?
That's exactly the same mushroom. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes they just grow very gigantically for me, as you can see. They love me. They love it at our farm.
And there's some of them you said are heat dependent.
Oh yes, this guy right here, this is a pink oyster. Again, another oyster. And it loves heat. So when it's 30 degrees around here, this thing is growing like crazy. Loves nice hot temperatures. Really great mushroom to grow here in the summertime. It's also got a really cool flavor profile. The flavor profile of these is pork, believe it or not. This pinky color has a pork-like flavor. So vegans like to use it, but they fry it up and they put some paprika on it and they call it bacon bits because it has a hammy flavor. This guy is a lion's mane. These are called enoke. We grow white enoke and brown enoke. Back here you'll see our blue oyster. These blue oysters have an amazing umami flavor. So their flavor profile is beef. So if you eat this beefy mushroom with this lion's mane, these lion's mane, their flavor profile is, believe it or not, crab. Let me show you. I got to pull a little piece off just so you could see.
So you don't have to cook it for it to taste like crab?
All of these things, you should always cook mushrooms to get the best benefits from them. Cook them so that they release their vitamins for you.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, it's really hard for you to even get the vitamins out of the mushrooms without cooking them.
So this is one of the foods that is best cooked.
It is best cooked,
yeah.
Yes.
And it's going to be most aromatic, I suppose, when it's cooked and
yes. Although you smell that and you have amazing, it has an amazing
there's
aroma.
a lot going on here.
I don't know, can we see
this?
Where can we put this so that they can see this? And I want you to just gently pull it apart. Like
okay.
Right in front of the camera so it can be seen.
Can you see?
And I want you to notice that it looks like flake fish when we pull it apart. Do you see that?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it has a very fleshy
And that is how
texture.
you cut them.
We don't slice them, we pull.
Yes. Unless you're going to make them into a steak, you can make lion's mane steak, then you can cut it like that. But otherwise, you pull it apart and you fry it like that with butter, garlic, salt, and pepper. And I swear you're going to think you're eating lumped crab meat. If you eat it with this guy, you'll think that you're eating surf and turf because this has an amazing beefy flavor.
And that's the blue oyster.
That's the blue oyster over here.
There's a cult built around that one.
That's right, the blue oyster cult. They're a rockin' band, right? And then you can see back here, these guys, this is an Italian oyster.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
See this little guy here from the back? It's like...
Kind of catty.
They all have so much personality.
Right?
Like this is just a bonkers collection. Who are those
guys? Then these guys here are called chestnuts. And those chestnuts, they're just amazing. They stay orange when you cook them. They have an amazing toothy feel to them. So when you cook them, they stay al dente.
Oh, wow.
And so they're really good with risotto.
Oh,
so you got that creamy risotto with that al dente mushroom in there, and it stays orange when you cook it.
Oh, holy moly!
Yeah, and let's see. Oh, and this is.
Oh,
there we go.
Down there.
And so these are called namenkos. Oh. These are a Japanese mushroom that we've started growing. These are great in soups. They have a really great, they also stay their color when you cook them. And they just have a really great texture and are really good with miso soup, things like that.
Okay.
And then here's the shiitakes that we grow. So we grow shiitakes. There's a nice one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those ones look like mushrooms to me. A lot of these other things look like space pod experiments.
And this guy is called, this guy back here is a pearl oyster, and this guy back on front here is called an elm oyster. You can tell the difference because see how this color, see how the color difference is different? This is kind of beige. Let's put them next to each other. You see how this is kind of beige?
Oh, yeah.
This is more white.
Yeah.
And then the shape of the leaf.
Okay.
The shape of the cap is what I mean.
How many types of oysters are you growing?
I grow approximately 13 different kinds of oyster mushrooms alone.
Wow.
Plus we grow, as you can see, a variety of other oyster mushrooms in general. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We've got one called maitake starting to come.
Okay.
We've got cauliflower mushrooms coming, and they look more like cauliflower. A lot of people say this looks like cauliflower.
It does
but
kind of, yeah.
To me, it looks like a polar bear butt. That's right. Yeah. And so the cauliflower mushroom, they are so cool. They weave in and out of each other. It looks like lasagna noodles all put together like that, right? And so it's a little clump, and they are amazing noodle replacement. That's what these enoke are great for too, noodle replacement. So you can use them in place of noodles in soups and stir fries.
Less carbs.
That's right. That's right.
Oh,
yeah. They have a great flavor, mild, but just a nice. They stand up in your soup, so they don't turn to mush like a lot of mushrooms do. And that's why a lot of people like these mushrooms, these chestnuts, because they don't turn mushy. And when people say that, I don't like it because it's mushy.
Yeah.
No. I got the mushroom for you. right here, boom.
It's not a mushy mushroom.
No, it stands up, so it's got that bite back.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you're eating, like pasta, you don't want your pasta mushy.
No.
Right? You want it to have that al dente feel. Yeah, those keep it like that.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
This is Brave New World.
Yes, a brave new world.
I know nothing about mushrooms. I realize I know nothing about mushrooms, and I'm going to have to experiment with your stuff because this is so exciting.
It's a whole new world out there,
Yeah.
folks, let me tell you.
Like for a home cook, you can play, like this is a game board.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can play
and
forever.
the flavor profiles
No
are
kidding.
amazing. Like I said, pork, beef, you make these taste just like chicken. You make these amazing, and on my website, I have recipes on my website for a bunch of these different mushrooms. Today we're going to use these guys right here, and we're going to make our mushroom soup with those.
Who are they?
These guys here, they're elm. They're also elms.
Elms.
Yes, I use the white oysters because they're a milder oyster and they go well with chicken. If you put this with chicken, you're gonna wonder where the beef flavor came from. You're gonna say to yourself, I'm pretty sure I was cooking chicken and I taste beef. What happened?
Can you cook the whole knob, or is there parts?
When I pick it off and you see that it's got this, it's only because it was sitting next to these, and these guys
okay.
got a little spores on them. And spores are normal. They're a little white dusting you might see after you buy mushrooms from me sitting in your little container. And it's perfectly normal. It's what
Okay.
the mushrooms do. That's how they're propagating themselves, with spores.
All right. So we could eat
when
all
I
the
break
spores
it
we
off,
want.
we break the whole chunk off. So that's one row right there.
Oh,
What you
okay.
would expect to find when you grow one of our kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we cut this off because this part, there we go. And everything you see here is edible.
Wow. Okay.
And so to cut them, that's what I do right there. That's how I cut them.
Oh, wow. So there's not
Because-
a lot of food waste.
Nope.
And your business practices are waste reductive as well.
Yes, correct. We throw nothing away. We even what's left after growing our mushrooms, we compost that and we sell the compost. So we have mushroom compost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And we just started making mushroom worm compost. So we will have worm casings made from our mushroom
Oh,
compost waste.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so all
we're
the
at a-
organic gardeners are going to be at
That's
your
right.
door.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. And so if you're looking at ways to increase the nitrogen in your soil, I got you.
Yeah.
Without all of the, I don't know, whatever they do to make the nitrogen, I understand is really bad for our environment. So
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
not that I know. It's just what I've heard in rumors.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's all you do. Just pick them off like that.
Okay, let me try.
And
Oh, they feel so fun.
aren't they cool?
They feel almost like little doll arms. Back to my cannibalism.
Back to your cannibalism from yesterday, yes.
Yeah, we were talking about like the way she talks about mushrooms is like they're her friends, and it's like friends you can eat.
Yes, that's what she
So that's
said.
pretty messed up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll start judging our friends by whether or not they taste good.
Yeah, it's like, oh nope, you're too gamey. Can't be my friend.
You don't smell very good. Bye.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gonna
you
have
can't be
all
friends
my
either.
friends with nice marbling.
Yes, juicy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're going places now.
Oh yeah, now we're picking it up.
Yep.
It's not a party until somebody makes a cannibal joke. All right, so what should I get started with the hot maker over
So
there?
we can start we cut up that garlic,
I did.
and we've got some onions. My onions are a little bit big, but we'll
Okay.
bush them. They'll get crushed down.
Should I sweat them
So-
out in here?
We
Or
can put them in
pan?
any pan, because we're going to add the mushrooms to them.
Okay.
So we're going to put in the garlic and the onion, and we're going to cook those. Then we're going
probably
to
be better
add
in here.
our and
Okay.
then we're going to add our mushrooms all ripped up, and we'll saute those.
Okay.
After that, we're going to put in as I said, I have celiac disease, so we have to do everything gluten-free. So we've got some white rice flour here, and we'll put in some couple tablespoons of butter, some white rice flour, and we'll stir that all up together. We'll add our liquid, and Bob's your uncle will have mushrooms in no time. Our mushrooms will have mushroom soup.
Exciting. All right.
And I'm going to show you guys how I put together a kit right after we get these this started. I want to show you guys the kits that we have.
A wide
variety of things.
Yeah.
Not just mushrooms.
I do have your some coffee ready to go.
Let's have a
start that up?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. We're going to try some of our mushroom mud water. It's basically a coffee alternative, or coffee, something you could add to your coffee, that we make out of our mushrooms, keeping us in the so we don't waste anything. We don't want to waste anything. It's a big part of my business plan, and my business goals are to be a completely waste-free company. So whatever we have left here, we use in some other way. And so we've got this happening. We've got all these going. Yes, we're going to use this.
Cook down like I'm used
they're
to
going to
regular
cook down.
mushrooms?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, did you know that regular mushrooms, the mushrooms that these are the poo mushrooms.
My little guys.
Yeah. So these are the poo mushrooms. Why do I say that? Because they're growing in poo. They're growing in long buildings, and they're growing in the dark, actually. So did you know that a white button mushroom, a cremini, those are little brown ones that you see at the store, look a lot like the button ones that she's hiding up there from me, and a portobello, they're exactly the same mushroom. All three of them, they're the same mushroom. So a white button mushroom growing in the dark. You want it to be brown, flip on a light. Now it browns it. Wait till it's old and big, boom, it's a portobello now. So now you know you're not having a mushroom medley. They're all the same mushroom, all just grown in different stages with a little bit different conditions. And so those mushrooms are actually identical. Whereas if you were eating 3 of these, even oysters, even though they're oysters, they have different flavor profiles. So you would have more of a mushroom medley if you were eating oysters as opposed to 3 exact same mushrooms.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Oh, it's starting to sizzle.
I hear noises.
Yes.
Better make sure we're not lighting
burn this
light
all
the
up.
place up.
Yeah. Alrighty. So I'm going to do these until the onion is clear.
Clear,
or how
that's
long?
right. Translucent.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Alrighty, there we are so far. Boom.
Now,
Have you found any way of coming back from accidentally burning garlic?
no, not yet. No.
Yeah, I think it's point of no
I think
return,
you just
isn't it?
throw that out because
Yeah.
it tastes like it's
Oh,
bitter.
It's awful. Yeah,
It's awful.
it really gets all bitter.
Yeah, it's the worst.
100%. It is the worst.
When you see that, when Gordon Ramsay gets mad because you burnt the garlic on his show, I totally understand why. I'm there. I'm with him.
Yeah.
You ruined everything. You donut.
You donut, you donkey.
You donkey. That's right.
He has some really interesting insults,
He
doesn't he?
does. I can take
Yeah.
a page from his book.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think he might be open to a little, casual cannibalism jokes too.
I think he is. Yeah,
As
especially
long
when you
as
burn
it's
the
still
garlic.
a joke. Yeah, I'm going to eat you, you donkey.
That's right.
Hey, what have you got?
I only have a little bit there, but this is my personal snack. Now, I make, what I do when I have leftover, oysters in general, I make jerky out of them.
Oh, wow.
This is barbecue.
Okay.
You can see it looks like jerky.
It does. And this is, why
That
is this
is
one
sweet
different?
chili.
Oh,
This one is barbecue.
okay.
And this one is teriyaki. Grab a fork or a little, something like that. It is perfect.
Okay. I got little grabby grabbers.
And so, snag a piece out of there.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to do that. That sweet chili one.
It's sticky?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. Hello.
Oh,
I have so much.
well, That's what happens because it's sweet chili and it sticks together. But let me help
Hey,
you.
there,
you
thank
go.
you.
I'm just eating some of that. Let's try that. Tell me what you think.
How does it have that texture?
You're welcome.
Is it dried? Can I buy this?
Yes, you can buy this. Yes. Yeah, I have a lady who's a vegetarian. She makes her stir fries and then she adds a package of either the sweet chili or the teriyaki to her stir fry so she feels like she's eating meat again.
100%.
Yeah. And that's the barbecue. You feel like you're eating a piece of meat, don't you?
Except without that sort of essence of maybe I will choke.
Oh.
And my mom always said, like, don't walk around with a hard candy in your mouth or a piece of meat because you're going to get all excited and choke yourself. Because she knew that I get really excited about things.
Like candy and meat.
I know.
Oh, yes. Well,
What's better, right?
what's better?
Oh, my gosh.
And for myself, I love steak. I'm not a vegan or a vegetarian. I'm on the seafood diet. I see the food, it looks good, I be eating it. And so I like to eat steak with either lion's mane or with blue oysters because it tastes like you're eating a steak with a side of steak or steak and surf and turf.
That's amazing.
It is just amazing.
Oh, Renee. You will love this forever.
You got to come try it after. Yep.
Yep.
It is absolutely delicious. I eat way too much of this.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's taken me a while to get my recipe down, but it's banging, isn't it? You gotta love this.
Wouldn't change a thing.
Yep. Thank you. I have people that say they don't like mushrooms.
They don't know.
And once I convince them to try some,
Yeah.
they usually buy. I have many people that walk by and say, I'll buy some.
Yeah. Yeah. Just try and you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, I had
All right.
one gentleman, he purchased 3 packages after he said he doesn't like mushrooms. Ha. We sell them in small packages like that.
Like how big?
There are 60-gram packages.
That's
Just
a
perfect.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah. This would be great road trip food.
great road trip food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
And
the
your
barbecue one because it isn't as sticky.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can stick your hand in the bag.
Yeah. And everybody has their own bag.
Yes.
So you don't.
Because you need your own
Right.
bag, because trust me.
Well, plus you're licking your hands, right?
Yes.
And sticking them in there. My husband would be like weirded out enough. I'm driving and then licking my fingers. And it's like, why?
So
I'm
those
a
ready for us to throw
savage.
these mushrooms in? Bring that pan
Yes,
over
yes,
here
yes,
and we'll
yes.
fire these mushrooms in there.
Yeah, we're on the edge of Gordon Ramsay getting mad at us.
That's right, on the edge. There we go.
Please. All right, we've got, these are all in here. Let's see how they cook down.
Let's see how they cook down, bye.
I don't know how that happened. It sounds like I have a terrible cold, and I'm fine. Ooh, these are very springy.
They're very springy.
Yeah.
Now, people often ask me, are these dried mushrooms?
Heck no.
And no, they're also not dried. I'll show you what dried ones look like. That's what dried mushrooms look like.
Woo, wait for me. Okay.
So those are some pink dried ones.
Oh, they're almost papery.
Yep.
Pink.
Some yellow dried ones.
Are these still going to have the same flavor profiles of
Yes.
what you were saying?
Yes. Yeah, they do not.
Okay.
It doesn't take their flavor profile away. They're just dried now so we can ship them anywhere. And then you can buy them right across Canada. Our website is available across Canada, the United States.
Oh,
My
wow.
furthest away customer is in the United Kingdom.
Oh, wow.
She buys my mud water. She loves it.
Yeah.
And so I ship it there.
Nice.
And then in Canada, my furthest away customer is in New Brunswick.
That's as far as you can get.
That's as far as I've gotten so far. You know, any of you none of it people out there, give me a call.
Yes.
Somebody asked me if I'd gotten to none of it yet. I said, no, but that's a challenge. I'm up for the I'm up for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so how am I going to use this?
Okay, so generally what you're going to do is you're going to place these in warm water and soak them.
Okay.
And then you're going to use the water. They're great to make like risotto with because they are going to flavor your risotto water.
Okay.
So you will soak these in water for 20 minutes, half an hour. Then you're going to use the water and you're going to use the mushroom. So you're going to use the mushroom broth as a broth now to flavor soups or stew or anything like that, or risotto if you're making mushroom risotto.
Right.
Then you can buy some of these mushrooms
Okay.
and use those as your texture part, because these guys will get, as you can see, and well, after we finish cooking those, they'll be soft and the texture that some people don't like. Those people.
What's
I don't
wrong?
know what's wrong.
Yeah.
Tasted like meat to me. I'm fooled.
And these are, I think maybe I've never had mushrooms this fresh before as well, because the springiness of them, they're like, they want to leap out of.
They want to leap out of the pan.
Yeah,
they're fighting back. They're like, that cannibal's after me.
I know. Don't they know they're safe?
Yeah, safe in our frying pan where we like to keep them.
You're so safe. Just settle down.
Just relax. Just let it do its thing.
I feel like I'm not hot enough.
Yeah, you probably need to turn that up. Oh, I like your stove. It's got a push button dial.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's very cool.
Poking the thing all day long.
So did you make that coffee for us?
I did.
All right.
So that's your cup.
That's fine.
Yep. I'll bring it over.
Oh, awesome.
And yep. So these are my Restore specials.
Hey, I love Restore specials.
I know, right? Why waste stuff?
Reuse. What's that? Reuse something, recycle.
Reuse,
repurpose?
Repurpose?
I'm saying repurpose because I love repurposing, so.
Woohoo! 4 cups is 2 cups when they're these cups.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you can smell it. You can smell your cup and you'll smell the mushroom in.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And now you can drink it itself, or you can add your sugar and whatever you like.
Do you take anything in yours?
Usually I take a little sugar in
A
mine.
little sugar?
Yeah.
I have some of that. Little sugar.
Little sugar.
Do you want a spoon?
Yeah, that'd be great. I'll just sprinkle it in like that.
And then swirl it.
That works too. Do you take anything in your coffee or just do black?
Usually either black or just with a bit of milk. I really want to taste this though.
But yes.
Sort of naked.
Yes.
I feel like it's the wrong word, but I'm amazed with how nice it smells. Oh yeah, I could drink that. Yeah, that's nice.
Isn't that
sort
good?
of reduce the amount of coffee I'm drinking.
That's right. You can completely replace it and drink this exclusively. Like drink it as a coffee replacement.
Right.
Or you can just add it to your coffee like what we did today.
Right, right.
Either way, you get the benefits and you get the flavor.
Yeah.
And the flavor, well, now I'm all bougie and I won't drink coffee without mushroom mud water in it.
Oh, you broke yourself.
I broke myself. Yeah, I broke myself bad.
And now you're bougie.
Now I'm bougie. Yeah, that's my one bougie trait.
Well, these are starting to cook down. They're not leaping out of the container anymore.
Yeah, we're getting there.
They're calming down. I think it's because I spoke sternly to them.
You did too.
Yeah.
You said
Stop
conform
it.
or else.
Conform, baby. Okay. There we are.
Yeah, well,
cooking
those
down.
are cooking down.
I'm wondering, some of the things that you said like tasted like different things than mushrooms. Like there was a seafood one and a beef one and a chicken one.
Beef.
Is there any chance I could have a little bit of that and we could just cook it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a pan?
I want proof. I can't just believe things as they're
Salt,
told
pepper,
to me.
butter, garlic, darling.
Salt, pepper, butter, garlic. I got salt and pepper, I got butter, and more garlic.
Cut the ends off.
Garlic, garlic. Garlic is so fun.
Don't
I
you
love the
it?
smell of it. I used to have one of those little stainless steel. They look like a bar of soap. They're made of stainless steel, and they take the weird smells off your hands when you've been cooking. It was kind of sad to lose the garlic smell because I think it smells really nice and fresh. Like green onion, I love that smell too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Of course, I made my steering wheel smell like garlic.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It
What you
keeps
doing?
vampires away.
Yeah.
So if you're worried about that, you'd be marked safe from vampires.
Well, that's good.
And
Well, I really
they're also cannibals. Just saying.
just
Yeah. That's
maybe I
bringing
shouldn't
the
be
cannibalism.
dodging them. I
That's
should be
right.
embracing them.
Embracing them. That's right. They're your kind of people.
Oh my gosh! I can hear our people on the other end. Ixnay with the animal jokes. Okay, what have we got here?
Okay, so this is these are blue oysters, and here's lion's mane.
Did you rip these or cut them?
I ripped them.
Rip.
Yep.
Why rip? Why not cut? Why rip?
Oh, they're just like lettuce. You don't cut lettuce if you can help it. Don't
Okay.
cut mushrooms either. Yeah, and you
I'm
can
not-
just tear.
Oh,
there you go.
I'm
There
like
you go.
Taking chunks off.
Oh yes, that cannibal coming out in you again.
Yeah, it's the Mike Tyson
Yeah.
effect. Just a little chunk out of that ear.
That's right.
Ooh.
So do these together. I want you to
Okay.
do these two together.
Okay.
Cook them side by side on your little griddle.
I will do
Okay, and then I want you to eat them. Eat a little bit of this, eat a little bit of that.
that. Okay.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
So that's what you're gonna do as soon as it's, I guess, heated up. Hey, we better stir that one. It sounds like it's yelling at us.
It is. It is.
It's talking.
Oh dear.
We're gonna put a little salt and pepper in there too. Oh yeah,
Okay.
throw that puppy back
Get
in there.
back in.
Yeah, see that one was running for its life. I seen it. Good thing we, gotta keep those guys under control.
Starting to look like chunks of chicken. Yeah. Very cool.
You could take those elm oysters or the pearl oysters, and you go ahead and bread them, and you can cook them in your air fryer or in your deep fryer, and I swear they taste like they taste like chicken chunks, and they actually look a lot like chicken wings when they're done.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
and you can dip them in like sweet chili sauce, dip them in teriyaki sauce. Yeah, just fantastic.
Huh.
Yeah, you gotta love it.
No kidding.
The variety of mushrooms and all the different things you can do with them. It is more than I ever knew. As when I actually started this, I never even ate one of these mushrooms before I started growing them.
I've never eaten
All
one of those mushrooms.
I'd eaten is the button mushrooms from the store.
Yeah.
And I thought they were okay, pretty boring.
Yeah.
And then
But if it's what you know.
yes, that's all I knew. And if you see there are oyster mushrooms. I was looking at them yesterday in the store. They're in a plastic package.
Okay.
They looked a lot like that.
Oh, they're troubled.
Oh, they were troubled. Oh, I'm telling you. I was like, wow, man, I picked out 4 packages. I was going to tell the guy at the store, I think they're dead.
What stopped you?
I just was like, you know what? He doesn't look like he cares because he just walked by them and examining the food.
Yeah.
And he just left them there. And I was like, no wonder I never ate them before. Anything that looks like that would frighten me away.
Well, and they're
your
probably-
food should look like it's strangled in the package.
But they're not coming, like those ones are probably coming from a long
They
distance and not
do.
like right
They
here.
come from the coast, or they come sometimes from California.
Okay.
And so they've been riding in a truck for a while, and they wrap them in a plastic package. And these don't like plastic.
Okay.
Now, they do grow in plastic.
Yeah.
Well, that's cooking. Should we show them the kits?
100%.
We should definitely
Okay.
do that.
Let's bring it over here.
Yes.
And I've
Wait.
got here, I just want to
Put these guys to the
move
side.
those here for a second. And yes, come with me, little guys. Plates. That's why I have
Grab
so
me.
many plates up here.
It's going to move. Okay, we can just do this right on top of here.
Okay.
Or do we want to move that? Let's move this whole thing.
Yeah, let's move the whole thing.
There we go. There. Boom. So this is a grow kit. We sell grow kits. This is how all of my mushrooms grow in these. These are called, this is called a grow bag. They breathe through this little port right here. It's how they, it's how they breathe. What's in here is wood. So I don't grow in poo, I grow in wood. So these are actually vegan mushrooms because there's no poo
Nice.
involved,
Oh,
right?
what are you going to do with all your poo then?
I don't know. Now, I've got a knife here, and I'm just going to wash the end of it so that
Yeah.
I can...
There's scissors as well if you want
Oh,
some.
there's
They're
scissors?
in that
This
top
drawer?
drawer.
Oh,
It should be
perfect.
kind of toward the back. Or unless they're not there. No, there's every kind of corkscrew you'd ever want.
Well, I can probably stab things with a
Oh, yeah.
corkscrew.
Yeah, here, you can stab it to death with this little...
Okay, there we go. Look at that. We got a knife now, folks. Try not to hurt myself.
Stepping up.
So, to grow a kit, people are often asking me how this works. Now, this guy is a little bit, he's completely colonized, ready to go. Colonized means that it has taken over the bag. The whole bag is white, and that is mycelium. And mycelium is what I put in this bag so that the mushrooms will grow in here. You don't have to add any water.
Okay.
All you have to do,
Psyllium turns into like a...
mycelium is the mushroom's seeds, let's say.
Okay.
So spores, then I grow the spores in my lab on agar in petri dishes.
Oh, wow.
Then I move them into grain, and then they grow in bags of grain. Then I take this grain and I inoculate grain into each one of these bags.
It sounds like a lot of work.
It is.
And also kind of sexy. Like you're doing all sorts of reproduction in there.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Size matters, folks.
You want to get a great big hairy polar bear butt.
Yes, yes. If you want a big, hairy polar bear butt, I got you too. So I've cut a hole up here just so that I can get all the air out of the bag. And where did I put that?
What do you need?
I thought I had that right around here somewhere. I had a tape.
Tape?
Yeah, where'd I put that tape?
Nobody knows.
The trouble I've seen. Geez, I've lost my tape, folks. Here we go. Found it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, I thought you were moving.
yes, I was. I'm moving in.
Okay.
You all right with that?
Bringing mushrooms?
With my mushrooms, that's right.
That's fine then.
So, as long as I'm bringing mushrooms, she's good with it.
I'm utilitarian.
Yes, yeah. I'm slightly frightened. She might want to eat me. You know, she keeps going on about this whole. So, we've got our kit. Now it's wrapped up. You just tape it up. Make sure that the patch side is down. This is mushrooms trying to grow because I've let this kit. Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah,
trying to
they're
grow
kind of little-
in. Yeah,
little
trying to grow
arms.
inside the bag. Now, if normally I wouldn't sell one that's got mushrooms trying to grow outside the bag, but because I don't want them to rot in there.
Yeah.
But because I do one grow and I'm done. Because it's too much work for me to go in the grow room and do all the things necessary to get the second grow. It's too labor intensive when you have 500 bags growing at once.
No.
Right? So here's your bag. Now you're going to cut 2, 3, 4 holes, just like
Okay.
that.
Just a little stabby.
You can use skewers like this. I like toothpicks. In those holes, you're going to put in your 4 skewers. Like that.
So we're reusing takeout chopsticks.
That's exactly
All
what I
right.
like. That's my favorite thing. And you want them sticking out a little bit because they're going to hold out. Now if we can just get the chopsticks out of the bag, there we go. Put that guy.
Is it important to be wood?
You know what? It can be metal and it can be wood. Just make sure it's clean because you are sticking it into the block.
Okay, yeah.
Other than that, you can use whatever. I just like wood because they're growing in wood,
Okay, sure.
right? And this way, when they give me all those chopsticks now, folks, I do not grow like this at home. This is just for you. I have a giant grow room, and it's
Yeah, you sent
all
me a
got
picture.
it's got a huge humidifier that's constantly
Okay.
bringing in moisture.
So you're keeping everything, the right light, the
Yep.
right heat, the
Yep.
right humidity.
And the right light for this guy is right next to any window where it gets a little bit of indirect light. That's all
okay.
it needs.
All right. How about humidity? If I was growing it in my
So
laundry room,
I'm gonna
would that
show
be a
you.
mistake?
As long as so you want room temperature. You don't want a hot room. You don't want a cold room.
Okay.
You just want room temperature. And we do need scissors now because we got to cut a couple holes in the bag. And I was gonna bring scissors, but I didn't.
Oh, I know where there's scissors. Hang on. Stand there and keep talking.
So what this is one of them giant recycle bags. It's a big recycle bag.
Okay, they're not big, but they're scissors.
That's what we need right there. What we're gonna do is bend your bag over like this, and we cut a little hole like that.
That's it?
Yep, and that one's a little large, but
Oh, okay.
that's the idea. That's how I cut the holes.
Okay, you're
And so
kind of
we're-
like
yep.
making a ghost costume.
That's right.
For somebody you don't like, because they'll
Exactly.
asphyxiate in here.
That's right.
All right.
So, do we have a plate?
Plate, how big?
Yeah. I want a plate and a bowl.
Plate in a bowl.
Yep, give me a plate and a bowl. Perfect.
Plate, bowl?
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, bowl's upside down. Okay, so it's on
And
a
you're
little
gonna pour
pedestal.
water in there.
Oh, just right in this part.
Yep.
Okay.
And about that high. So we're going to cut more holes in it than you see here. Probably aim for 10 or 12 holes that you'll cut throughout your plastic bag.
Okay.
I only cut a couple. You need more than that. And here is how you create your humidity tent.
Oh, I see.
Just like that.
Okay.
And you sit it on top. And then you add water to your bowl, so then it has constant humidity.
Okay.
And then you will cut a small hole in the front, closer to the top, just like this. And that's how you're going to get her starting fruiting. Each morning and evening, wash out and clean out your plate. If it starts looking funky, don't just ignore that. If there's mold starting to grow in your plate, then
Okay.
wash it out. And each day you'll spray the inside of the bag. And that's going to give you the moisture you need. And within 10 to 15, 14 days, mushrooms will be popping right out of here. You'll get a whole huge cluster like this, or like what you see
Okay.
growing out of there.
You
just
have
like
a
that.
bag where they've started, right?
And I've got a couple bags that
Okay.
you could have a look at. This is a second grow. It's growing once. See these crazy little, these little blue mushrooms are called mother of pearl, and that's these guys over here.
Okay.
These are the babies.
Oh.
That's what it looks like when it's full grown. And that's a pink oyster. You can see the pink
wow.
oyster coming out, and it'll be looking like this when it's full grown.
So you just want that one exit hole?
Yes, you
Okay.
don't want to put 2 or 3. Each time you put another hole, you're going to get a smaller cluster, and it will affect your ability to have a second flush. So if each time it grows is called a flush.
Okay.
And you notice my hole is larger. Notice
Yeah.
the size of my hole?
Yep.
That's because I do one and done. So I
Oh, I
make a
see.
bigger hole.
So you're
I
not
get
interested
one.
in 2 harvests?
Yes, because to get a second harvest, I recommend that after you pick off your whole cluster, you're gonna take this bag and you're going to lay it in water like this.
Okay.
And let it hydrate for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Then you're going to dry that off and tape the hole shut. Then you're gonna turn it around and you're gonna cut a new hole on the other
Okay.
side.
And-
And then boom, in
And these
another
little
couple of weeks.
Guys are going to get as big as that?
That's correct.
And they'll just come hanging out
Yes.
of that bag?
Correct.
Okay. How do you know when it's time to harvest them?
You know when it's time to harvest them because the edges are still down. Do you see how the edges has a lip,
Yep.
right? You can see that there's a lip.
Yeah.
See that curl?
I see that.
That's when you need to pick. before it goes flat. When they go flat and open up, then they're going to drop spores and they're going to be less tasty. And the shelf life is reduced. So if we want the freshest mushrooms, we pick before the spores arrive and before the caps flatten out.
Okay.
So we have long
Are they
shelf
going to
life.
start unfurling so I know? Okay.
As you can tell, they're very small and you can hardly see a cap.
So cute.
Right? Aren't they adorable?
They are.
Yeah, I'm feeling cannibalism coming on right now when I look at them. I want to eat that. and eat jerky.
Oh, you're so cute. I should eat you.
Yes, that's right. So yes, you can hardly tell that there's a cap here, you know? So you're going to see these are...
Yeah, lift that up so Renee can get it. Oh boy, so many.
And that's only half of what I picked off of my other. It was about that big when I picked it up.
Wow.
I mean, we ate some.
Okay. So your diet consists of a lot of mushrooms now?
Yes, it should have consisted of more mushrooms prior, but I only was introduced to these when I started growing them.
Okay.
I literally had been having some medical issues, and I started Googling during the pandemic because we ran another business that didn't allow me to. Well, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a little bit more?
A little bit more. We just want those stems to cook down just a tatty bit more.
A tatty bit more. Okay,
Yeah.
so some of these stems, they look like chicken breast.
Yes. You can see how you could easily make that into a chicken flavored dish. And look at the shape of those stems.
Yeah.
They kind of look like, and this looks like a chicken wing, especially if you
Absolutely.
battered it.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, you could deep fry or you could air fry, because I know everybody's into the air fryer thing.
Yeah.
And so you can just do that, throw them in there, and you'd be surprised.
Okay,
Yes.
and so this one,
This one now,
they're doing nicely.
those are doing nicely. They're almost done.
Almost?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, just let them, blue oysters, the lion's mane is, yes, almost done. Yep, spread the blue oysters around just a little
Boop,
bit
boop,
more.
boop. Okay. So here's how this is looking right
And did
now.
we
it's
salt and pepper
almost
these
done.
guys yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Right at the end, we'll salt and pepper.
All right.
And did we salt and pepper the soup yet?
Yes,
Okay.
that we did.
All right.
Okay.
So, right.
I don't know
So
what I'm
that's
eating.
yes.
Something
So
I found.
that's what got me going. Was during the pandemic, I was reading about ways to heal myself. I used to have chronic high blood pressure.
Okay.
And with medication from the doctor, they were constantly changing the medicines because the medications weren't working for me.
Okay.
And my blood pressure was frequently 180 over 100 and something. And blood pressure should be 110 over 80.
Right.
And mine's 180 over 100 and something consistently. I would take the blood pressure medicine from the doctor, and all that would happen was it would drop maybe 8 points, maybe 10 points. So I'd wake up, it'd be 182, and then I'd take the blood pressure medicine, it would only go down to 175.
Yeah, so it's still in the danger zone.
I'm still very dangerously high. One day I was feeling really, really bad, and I decided I would go while it was really, really high, and I could tell because I have a blood pressure monitor in my home.
Okay.
And I went to the doctor, and the doctor freaked out and sent me to the hospital.
Oh, wow.
The doctor went, "Holy, that's terrible. You better
not what
go
you want
you gotta go to
happening."
the hospital, man. I mean, this is bad." And I was like, "Really? Okay." So I went home, not to the hospital.
Oh, that's the wrong way.
I know.
Okay.
And I checked it again, and now it was even higher. And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And my head was really hurting. So and I was seeing some stars. And so I went to the hospital, and at this point, I was actually taking medicine in the morning and different medicine at night. I took 2 different kinds of medicine twice a day, trying to get my blood pressure lower. And so I go to the doctor, I go to the hospital, and they bring me in the triage room, and she takes my blood pressure, and she says, "Stay right there, I'll be right back. Don't move, don't go anywhere." And she takes off. And I was like, wow, this is weird. And I didn't know why she was so upset. But she ran off, and in I mean, a blink of an eye, she shows up. She brought a doctor with her. I was like, wow.
That's great and also terrible.
Yes, and she brings the doctor right to me, and he says, wow. And I went, wow. And he went, wow. And I went, wow. And I'm like, what's going on? He said, do you know how high your blood pressure is? And I said, no. And he said, 205 over 127, you should be dead. Ooh. He said, I've never seen anybody with blood pressure as high as yours like in front of me, alive and talking.
Wow.
That's why he was so amazed. And he said, wow.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, you said, wow, just because you're caught up in the moment?
Yes. I was because I just do that. Like, wow. Okay.
I'm game for whatever.
Okay, why are we wowing? This is great. I had no idea I should be concerned.
Right.
And we had a chat, and he said to me, he said, wow, he said, well, we're going to get you an appointment with a cardiologist because your blood pressure is very high. Maybe they can figure out something to do with you. Mm. And then he said, the doctor had given you some medicine earlier that day when I went. She changed my prescription again.
Okay.
So I had gone and filled it before I showed up at the hospital because like I said, I went home, not to the hospital first.
Right, because that's
so I did
what
that.
you did.
Yeah, so I filled the prescription. He said, can I see it? And I said, yes. So he took it. I opened and then he opened the bottle and he said, take one, and sent me home.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
How'd that work out?
Well, that worked out into me Google searching what to do. And I was looking up what I do for super high blood pressure, and it said I need this cool contraption. I'll show you what they look. This is reishi, some reishi that I grew. Check it out.
Looks like an artificial joint.
Yeah, kind of, right?
Like what's in my knee.
Oh, gee, yeah. So there's a little cool little, and notice how you can't eat it. Notice how it's hard.
Yeah.
So it's hard like this even, like when you first grow it, it's quite chewy. Like you couldn't cook it in a pan. All you can do is make it into something. Now some people put it in hot water and then they let it sit there, and then the benefits some of them will come out in the hot water.
Okay.
And then they add it to their tea or whatever.
Sure.
And they drink it. I turned mine into tinctures.
Oh.
That's what that is. So I take daily, I take a tincture with reishi, lion's mane, and chaga in it.
Okay.
After taking the tincture that I made, because I didn't know where to find it at the store, so I decided that I would need to create my own company.
Oh.
And so that's when I started, went to my husband and I said, I'm going to grow mushrooms now. And he just looked at me, and I went, yeah, I'm going to grow mushrooms now.
Oh, wow.
So the first time I ate these lion's mane or the blue oysters, now I want you to eat them one at a time.
Okay.
Blue by itself, so you can get the taste.
So this is
a blue oyster. I just eat them with my fingers.
yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now eat these by themselves. After
this one here?
That's the lion's mane. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What kind of sorcery is this? This is amazing.
There we go. There's my crab.
Yeah.
Yep. So you get crab. There's your surf.
Yeah.
Yep. Followed up some turf right here.
This is fantastic.
That's fantastic.
Wow.
A whole different flavor profile than what you're used to.
Yes, it is really different.
Right?
And very meat-like.
Very meat-like, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, like really just well cooked, like not dried out.
Not dried out.
Yeah.
No, still juicy.
Very much.
But the flavor is nothing like what you've eaten before.
No.
It's what you're accustomed to.
You're right.
Is eating a regular store-bought mushroom.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There we go.
Oh my.
Now we're looking.
All right. So this
Perfect.
is
Excellent.
This is where we're going.
This is where we're going.
Let Renee get a
good look at that.
Oh, look at this one. Woo. So I should disclaimer real quick that neither of us are medical professionals. We're just people trying to figure out what works. All right, what are we going to do now with our mushroom?
We're adding in. Okay.
All right.
Got a spoon? Oh, you do too. I know where they are.
Yep, you know.
Boop, 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 boop. I already found them over here.
All right.
We'll use that
yeah,
one.
that's great.
Oh, this I got these ones. I know this is the 1 tablespoon.
Okay.
And it's easier to get in there. So I sprinkled 2 tablespoons of white rice flour.
Okay.
And why do I choose that? Because I have celiac disease and it really thickens nicely. But if you want to reheat it, it reheats well, better than if you're using cornstarch. Cornstarch is clumpy when you reheat.
Right.
So if you make
and it gets a
soup,
little goopy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas the white rice flour doesn't do that. It heats up more like regular wheat flour.
Okay. Perfect. It's kind of hard to say though. White
It is.
rice flour.
Yeah, it's a tongue twister, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like we should say that before going on air just to make sure our mouth is working.
That would be a great what do you call it?
Speech exercise.
That's it. That's the word I'm looking for. And a little bit of butter. I did bring some. But I think you have some too.
I have
don't
some.
You?
It's a butter substitute, but
we can use that as well.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
How much? Just a little knob?
Yeah.
Okay. Little blob will do you.
Yep. Add that. Because now you're making your roux.
Okay, that's what I'm up to. Then I'm going to want a little bit more than that.
Yep. So you want you want some. There we go. Because we're making our roux. Yeah.
All right. So
and now stir that all around together.
Showing we're up to this. Got some butter in there. We have the white rice flour and the onions and garlic and the mushrooms
and
all
salt and pepper
together. And salt and pepper. Yes, I did.
And as soon as we stir that up, we're going to add 1.5 cups of water or chicken stock, or if you're going with a vegetarian or vegan, then you're going to want to use a vegetable stock in there. If you want to make it with regular flour, you can do that too. You would just probably use about 1 tablespoon as opposed to 2 of the white rice flour.
Okay.
And
you
not
can just feed it to your celiac friends.
And just not feed it to your celiac friends. Yes. Say thank you.
All right. Okay. So the you have.
So now take the milk.
Milk first, or this?
Put milk in first.
Milk in first.
Yep. And then we're going to get 1.5 cups of water.
Okay. So we've got 1.5 cups of milk going in.
And then 1.5 cups of water, because that stuff is, oh, that's even better. Look at that.
Ba-ding. Okay, 1.5 cups of water.
Yep.
All right.
Well, we're stealing this spoon right here because I found it.
Boil this, heat this?
We want to heat this up.
Okay, we're putting in a little bit of...
Yep, because we are going to thicken that.
Okay.
And then I grabbed that spoon here because it'll do.
Yep.
I use this, I use this very thick.
Like a concentrated chicken stock.
Yes. And we're going to put a couple of teaspoons in there. And then I think this is what we're using to stir with.
I have been using a number of things.
Well, maybe not that one anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
how about this one?
We'll go with something clean. There we go. That looks good.
Go with something clean. That's a great idea. All right. I'm just chilling here and drinking her coffee.
Okay, and then we're going to heat that through. As soon as it's done, as soon as it's thickened, then we're going to we can put it in something higher if need be. Okay. Then we're going to use the stir stick blender.
Oh,
and that's when you're just going to pulverize it all up.
Okay.
And it'll
blend that baby.
Yep. It'll get all thick and beautiful and tasty.
That sounds great.
I'm making messes over here. You better keep an eye on me.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Everything is cleanable.
Thank goodness. Whoops. Let's try to keep the excitement down over there. Throwing stuff around.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to turn this up a bit so that we can taste it in the time that we have left. And not just leave it to everybody's imaginations.
That's right. I never finished my story. I wanted to tell you guys that the doctor sent me home and the pandemic came and I literally, every time I got my $2,000 because I couldn't work, I spent the money on paying my bills and buying mushroom equipment. That's what I did with myself through the pandemic.
Yeah.
And the first time, and so I'm Googling what to do about myself.
Yeah.
And it said reishi, and I just stopped reading right there at reishi, and I went, what's that? And then I was like, I had nothing to go with. I had never heard of this thing before. So I seen a picture of it, and the second I seen that picture and this crazy looking thing, I went, wow, I need that in my life. That looks like alien stuff. I love alien stuff, man. I'm just into aliens. This either belongs in the deep sea where we keep aliens, or it's on Mars. Either way, I'm down. I need this stuff. And so, and then when I went to see the cardiologist, I also had a full check done, and they said I also was diabetic.
Oh,
and so
surprise.
I said to yes, surprise, this will be fun. And so,
said no one ever.
Said no one ever. And I was like, well, this is no time to die. And so I started looking up what to do naturally about that. And it said lion's mane. And I stopped reading right there too. And I went, lion's mane? I went, oh, this doesn't sound good. I mean, someone's going to complain. Probably the lion. Like, where do you find lion's manes? Just lying around? I mean, what's that all about?
Lying around?
Yes, yeah, that's right. And I said, then I stopped and I kept reading, and it said mushroom. I went, oh, it's a mushroom. Lion's mane.
Thank God.
I did not picture.
That's hairy.
I did not picture this at all.
No,
okay?
if they had said polar bear butt,
right,
you would have been going north.
The second I looked at it, I said, it looks like a polar bear's butt. I want to snuggle it. It's so cute. And no, I hadn't eaten one of these things, and here I am growing all of them. And to my delight and amazement, I love the flavor of. Like, I can't say no to anything going on here.
Oh, yeah. No,
everything.
no
These
kidding.
are really cool. When you cook them, they turn pink.
No.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy, right?
Like, I don't know about this. Are you sure? Okay, how are we doing?
We're doing great.
It looks so...
Yeah, we could use a little more rice flour in there. It will thicken up more when we blend up all of the...
So that pan is active.
Yeah, it's doing its thing.
It's doing its thing. We're getting
And
some
we're
more.
gonna add a little more. Well, we could use anything. I lost that in there.
So many things.
So little time. And we need a stir while I'm doing this. Where did that stir go? Thank you, darling. Cha.
See, we're a well-oiled machine now. She
Yes,
just says
we're-
a thing, I hand her something. Might
Just
not be
hits
the
me,
right
bam.
thing, but I'll hand her something. All
There we
right.
go. Let's get that to thicken up.
Oh, it's very talkative.
Oh yes, it's speaking to us now.
I
And
found
now
these two cute earthenware bowls.
Oh, those are adorable.
Yeah, I thrifted them.
I was gonna say, did you get that at the thrifty store?
You bet. And I think they were made by somebody. They have like very personal insignias on the bottom. So I
There
feel
we
like they're
go.
really special because they were, made by an actual person. Maybe. All right.
So now we're looking pretty good.
Okay.
And we're gonna put it in
Yeah,
this
put it in
here
that,
so
and then
we
we
can
can-
buzz it up.
Where's my buzzy buzzer? I think I see the cord. Yeah. Okay, I'll poke that
Set
off
that right in there.
and grab this. Okay, we've got a little plug right around the side.
Oh, boom.
Yeah.
Don't you love that?
Bonus. I know. Okay, so just
Yep.
sorry
Roll
about the
up and
sound.
down.
I'm a little pitchy. Woo! Okay, I don't know if anybody can see this, but it's looking cool in here. Do you see any of this? No? Here, you do it for a second.
Oh, yes, and you can do that part.
Yeah, I'll just grab this and we can edit it in. How fun is that? All right. Whew, that looks good.
Yep. And so we got a little bit of chunks and lots of blended mushroom.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to transfer that over there. I'll put some, whoops, into our bowls. All right, so this is beautiful. Very, very thick and artisan.
And then if you don't like it as thick, you can just add a little more milk or a little more, cream. You don't have to use cream or milk. You can use rice, the rice stream. You can use almond milk. You can use, any of the milk alternatives as well to make this if you happen to be vegan.
Yeah, and have you tried it with coconut milk? I use an awful lot of coconut milk.
I would say that would probably be delicious. I stole the other one, so.
Okay, well,
and
I got two fresh ones.
Oh, look at that.
I don't know what we did with that. Okay. Oh, it's blazing hot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yep. I'd pay a lot for this.
It needs to be thinned out just a taddy. Might have put a little too much of that.
I don't know. Oh,
no?
Hey. Ran down to
Oh, yes.
some favorite place that we visited in
Jade and Joel's,
Jade
yes.
and Joel's. Here we go. Because they sell out of their bread so incredibly early.
Oh.
They had bagels
We have to have
left.
bagels?
Yeah.
So we're having bagels?
Bagel.
And mushroom soup.
Yeah.
I'm okay with
bagels
it.
Yeah, I'm down for this. This is amazing. Okay. And safe for celiac friends.
Safe for your celiac friends. Yep.
Fantastic. This is beautiful. All right. So we are out of time. So I'm going to thank you for coming over to my little kitchen out here in Kelowna. And everything you grow is here in Kelowna too, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah, you can find us at the farmer's market once it comes back in April.
Okay. Wonderful. And you'll be there with all of your things.
Yes, and you can come right out to the farm and buy things. You can order off the website, and then you can pick right up at the farm.
Oh,
You can we deliver into Kelowna because we own another company that's a delivery company, so we deliver
That's
into
handy.
Kelowna, Vernon, even West Kelowna.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of customers come
right.
out to the farm. They love to
got
come
you
and
covered.
pick their mushrooms.
You can pick your own mushroom.
What I do is I have usually a few boxes of oysters and I'll bring them out and let you select the oysters or the lion's mane
Gotcha.
or whatever you want. You get to select what you want, just like when you're at the grocery store.
Or the puppy shop.
Or the puppy shop. That's right, I'll take that one right there.
I'll take the one with a cute little fluffy butt.
Yes.
All right. So thanks for joining us, and you know where to find Tea and her mushrooms. Bye.